My name is Adila Mirza, and today I will explain the effect of coffee grains in soil. One of the greatest difficulties of ongoing structure designing is the need to make it practical by executing harmless to the ecosystem. Waste materials like spent coffee grounds are replacing conventional materials like cement and lime in the soft soil stabilization process. For particle density, the objective is to determine the particle density of soil using density bottle after replacing 5 grams of soil with coffee grain. For liquid limit, to determine the liquid limit of a soil sample after adding coffee grains into the soil. And for the plastic limit, it is to determine the plastic limit of a soil sample when about 25% of coffee grains is added to the soil. The process of soil stabilization will help to achieve the certain required properties in soil that is needed for the purpose of construction. In later times, with the expansion in interest for foundation, refined components and fuel, soil stabilization has begun to take another shape. It is emerging as popular and cost-effective method for improving soil with better research, materials, and equipment. The first test that we will do is the particle density test. These are the apparatus needed for the test. The first one is density bottle with stopper, wash bottle, distilled water, air balance, and water bath. There are 12 steps in this experiment that students need to do with full of cautions. Next, we will move to Cassegrain test for liquid limit. The apparatus for Cassegrain test are Cassegrain liquid limit device, grooving tool, spatula and palette knife, measure can, distilled water, weighing balance, glass plate and drying ovens. For the Cassegrain test, there are 9 steps that students need to do with proper procedures. The last test is plastic limit test. Lastly, for plastic limit test, there are 5 important steps that students need to do. For the result, particle density showed that soil sample with coffee grains is 2.59 gram per centimeter cube, while soil sample without coffee grains is 2.09 grams per centimeter cube. For the liquid limit test, soil sample with coffee grains is 37%, while soil sample without coffee grains is 13%. And lastly, for plastic limit test, soil sample with coffee grains is 26.32%, while soil sample without coffee grains is 8.6%. From this mini project, students have conducted the experiments of particle density, liquid limit, and plastic limit with the addition of waste material, which is coffee grains, to the soil sample used. From the data and calculation that was obtained from all the 3 experiments, it is shown that the data with addition of coffee grains is slightly different from the data that has no addition of coffee grains. As a conclusion, the objective of all 3 experiments have been successfully achieved. Students have managed to determine the particle density using the density bottle, determine liquid limit and plastic limit of soil sample after adding 25% of coffee grains into the soil sample. From the experiment, there's difference in the data of soil sample with coffee grains and the sample with no coffee grains. It is proven that adding coffee grains into a soil sample will affect the properties of soil and produce a different result. From my point of view, I think it is a good initiative to use waste materials as it is good for environment, save the cost, and it will produce better properties of soil. Thank you for watching.